Yeah, this is Buttercream right here. Look at that.
Dude, if you guys have never had buttercream before, like I never had, and then you ate that, like that is... Because you're expecting the frosting kind of like super sweetness or whatever like that.
Regular old store-bought sugar frosting.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden it's just like butter all over the place. So,
yep. This is the connoisseur's ice frosting.
Is that what it really is?
Yeah. She's like really disdainful of like the regular frosting. It's like, this is the real stuff.
Okay, fair enough.
All right.
All right, let's talk about some fighting game news and stuff, and things and junk like that. So let's talk. Dude, I can't even talk because
Are you just stuck with butter? Oh my god!
I'm sugar high right now.
Well, the old Peter Rosas, Combofiend,
has decided to depart from Capcom.
He is leaving the Capcom.
That's right. I guess he's gone because like the message he put out made it sound like he had already put in his notice and that he is done.
It did sound like that, yeah.
So I think he's either done or he'll be gone very shortly from Capcom. So in the past, I don't know, like half a year or so, we've lost Nidell, we've lost Matt Dahlgren, and we've lost Combofiend from Capcom, which was kind of like the core of the whole end of Street Fighter 4, beginning of Street Fighter 5 kind of team. And they're all gone now. So,
right.
You know, without even getting into the Combofiend specific part of it, like, let's talk about this from the macro level. Let's talk about this from the Capcom level. This is troubling. Is it not?
I don't know. It depends on who they have coming in and what their plans are. If they're not planning to replace those people with other people, then yeah, for sure it is. But I know that at least one person who is not like recently hired, but has been more promoted, is a good dude.
Yeah.
For sure, super good dude. So
yeah,
I'm not that worried about it because I feel like they'll probably like do the same with the other stuff. So
yeah, I know guys like Harrison is still there.
Yeah, Harrison's
so he's doing a lot of work over there as well. Michael Martin just got hired as recently for the the PR side of things and such.
Yeah,
so, man. They're definitely getting more people in there, so hopefully they'll continue to get other people. But I mean, look,
Damon was a Q player.
He was a Q player?
He was a Q player.
He was a Q player?
Man after my own heart.
Okay. Well, look, I mean, Damon is at all the events.
Yeah.
And I have had a chance to talk to him a lot. And, he's even been on a bunch of my Uncensored episodes.
Oh, that's cool.
Where I'm sitting there talking crap about, like Street Fighter. I'm just like, this game, this is bad because of this. And I've talked to him in person, and he walks up to me. First thing he's like, I like your Uncensored episodes. He was like, don't stop doing that.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
And I was like, I was afraid you guys are going to be like, no more commentary for you. But he was just like, you know what? He's like, I would never do that. He was like, keep doing that. So I trust him.
Same.
You know what I mean? He's a good person.
So yeah, I'm sure they'll be working on all that stuff. But for Combofiend, I'm not sure exactly what it means. He was not explicit about what he's going to do next or anything. Presumably he has a plan, but I haven't talked to him about it. So. I hope he lands in a good spot. I feel like he probably will, considering the pedigree of what he did. He did some really good things. And hopefully he will play in tournaments again.
Dude,
hopefully he will play in tournaments.
That's the first thing that came to my mind as soon as I saw how he left.
He implied in that match, he said he's going to be a member of the community again. That implies to me he's going to enter tournaments again. I hope so.
It drives me nuts that there are people out there who do not know that Combofiend is one of the greatest fighting game players that the U.S. has ever produced.
For sure.
Had he not gone to Capcom, he would 100% be in that same conversation with Justin, Ryan Hart, Tokido, Sonic Fox, Chris G, as those guys who were just good at every fighting game they touched.
He would definitely be some high-level sponsored player, and he'd be doing whatever he wants.
Oh, yeah. And... man, if he can come back and just start botting fools, like, I don't know if that's going to be fair if he does that in Marvel, right? Like,
why not? The game's already been out for a little while now, and he maybe would have had an advantage at the start, but that quickly melts away once the game is out, and you have people whose jobs it is to play Marvel, playing Marvel every day.
Right.
So at this point, I don't think it would be like that. But I do think he would beat a lot of people just because he can do that.
Dude, it's so crazy to me. Like, people probably still remember Bionic Arm, completely incorrectly as you saying that, right? Because that was actually Noel who said that. But it was Combofiend who was doing the bionic arm, and I think a lot of people have forgotten that part of that story.
Yeah,
you know?
That was Combo.
I mean, there was the one time you told me that you were watching one of those like exhibition matches between Mike Ross and Combofiend, and you saw in the chat people were like, "Man, Mike Ross is even losing to Combofiend."
That's right.
And it's like, look, yeah, he was not only one of the best fighting game players, but he would always do it in the most unorthodox way possible.
Yeah, that's true.
He was probably one of the first pioneers of the Iron Man MVC2 teams.
For sure.
He was really good at setting up that infinite and everything like that. He was, before he finally gave up on her, but like Elena, he was like the premier Elena in Third Strike.
Right.
Every game that he played, he would never pick the character that everybody else did. And he would just destroy them.
For sure.
I remember when Vanilla Marvel came out. Remember he had that one match against like Deus Ex, in which like Deus Ex did like the finger lasers in the air, and he like grappled him from the ground, and like just it was like the most ridiculous single solo comeback. Yeah, dude, Combofiend.
His eagle was sick. He had a sick eagle.
Relento, She-Hulk, dude.
Yeah, She-Hulk was sick.
God.
He's very good.
If Combofiend can come back, like I want to see the oh god damn Combofiend guy come back. You know what I mean?
Me too, dude.
Dude, the Combatorium that he used to run.
That's right. Yeah, yeah.
And I'm also kind of sad. I'm assuming he's going to come back to SoCal if he doesn't get another job up in NorCal, because I know he's missed it down here. But a lot of his friends, unfortunately, have moved to Japan recently. So
that's right.
Yeah, Saif and Romel are both in Japan now. But he was part of Team Run. He was always one of the he was just always one of the best players at everything.
So I hope that he plays again. That would be really cool. He's not 47 yet. Not that far off. No, he's not that old.
He's not that old at all. He's not that old at all. And he was the kind of player too that was what was I going to say? I totally forgot what I was going to say now. Okay, never mind. Forget it.
Well, my main experience with Combofiend competitively was
Third Strike, right?
Actually, it was an SF4 because in Third Strike days I was more often in Northern California or in DC.
Oh, that's right.
I wasn't that often back home. I was only home for like summer break and stuff. But when SF4 came out, he played a lot. I played a lot, and I regularly blew him up with Geef, and he just got super frustrated, and he didn't beat me at all for a long time. And then he went away for, I would say, a couple of months, and maybe longer than that. And he came back with Abel. And
who was he using originally? Viper, right?
Viper, Abel, Dawson. He was trying different stuff, and none of it worked. And he came back with Abel, and he told me, he was like, I did a lot of the research and planning, and I think I'm going to beat you this time. And I was like, Abel Geef is 2-8.
Yeah,
you're gonna get eaten up. I didn't say it like that, but sure enough, we played and he definitely beat me.
Okay,
and I was like, wow, you really put in the work. How are you doing that with Abel? That seems like such a bad match. Now I think it's an even matchup,
right? Yeah.
But at the time, he was so good at taking ideas that nobody else even recognized and making them happen in a really strong way. It was really impressive to me. And he started winning a bunch of tournaments again.
Is that actually true, Yosh? Yosh states in the chat that Combofiend was born in 85, apparently the master year, because that's when Jaewon, Tokido, and Momochi were born.
I'm pretty sure he's younger than me, so I think, yeah.
Yeah, that is a crazy year then, jeez. But yeah, no.
Yeah, anyway, he was a really, really good competitor. He adapted quickly. He again, as you mentioned with the funky characters, he was so good at finding unorthodox things that other people just didn't
jump
notice.
Back fierce with Abel was one of the things. And you know what? He actually was, and he credits a lot of this too, is he was molded by Alex Vai.
Sure.
By the drive to beat him.
Right.
All he did was try to beat Alex. He hated losing to Alex Vai so much. He considered Vi such a rival, and so that's how he kind of also developed that rush down, crazy manic style.
When he came back with the Abel, I was like, dude, how'd you do that? Basically after, and he was like, man, I did that with Alex Vi. You don't think I can do that with you? I was like, all right, man, fair enough. You got me.
Fair enough.
All right. Anyway, I hope good things for him. I hope he figures it out and lands at a good spot. So.
Dude, are there a lot of people in here from 85?
I'm sure we got a lot of old people in this
AJ
stream.
Potatoes from 85, so I guess the year is not that good then.
Whoa.
still remember AJ. I've told you the story a million times. So, like, he went to UCR. My best friend from high school was teaching at UCR. Yeah. And apparently he taught AJ at one point in time. And they were this was at the Rio. He's like walking down the hall to go to Evo, and he passes by my best friend. He was like, "What's my professor doing here?" He's like, "Why are you here?" He's like, "Here for Evo." He's like, "Really?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm like really good friends with James Chen." He's like, "What?"
Yeah.
And then one day at Shiggle BMX's garage, AJ was like, "Man, I feel so old." And I just looked at him like, "May I remind you?"
Right, yeah.
That my best friend was your professor in college, okay?
Man, he must have been a young professor.
Oh, yeah.
Must
He
have been
was
really
super young. I mean, he was doing it like as part of his graduate school stuff. And stuff
that
like
makes sense.
So, yeah, so he was doing a lot of that stuff, so... No, Mr. Keebler, you're off by a little bit.
Yep, not quite, friend.
Yeah, more. More. 1878. Quinn B's got it right. There you go. All right. Let's also talk about. They just recently had the trailer for Hellboy.
Yes, they did.
Injustice. So this on the heels of the Atom announcement. I saw the trailer and I was like, the Atom looks so sick. I was super hyped for Hellboy. I saw the Hellboy trailer.
You didn't like it. What'd you think? Tell me.
It was so boring.
Boring?
It was so boring. Like, just nothing about him felt like, I just wanted to see him just like, I don't know. It's just like, it was the same thing again. Punch. You know, like, and then a gunshot here and there. Like, I don't know. There's something missing.
I am totally with you.
I don't know. Really? Oh, okay.
I think he looks very boring. I am very surprised that his right hand of doom switches sides.
Right.
And weirdly too, not just like it switches sides only if he's one side or the other. It's like during a move, it switched multiple times.
Whoa, really?
Yeah, go back and look.
I didn't notice that.
Oh yeah, there was one move where it was just like It was really bad looking. And I'm really surprised that the right shoulder let that happen. I know that it would be much more work for that to not happen.
Yeah.
I get it, but like I'm so surprised that they didn't insist on that. I don't know.
I mean, the only way they could make it work that way, honestly, is if they Tekkened him. So, if in case people don't understand, there's 3 different philosophies in terms of 3D fighting games. Okay, so there's the EX and the Tekken method, which is when you're on the left, you're always facing. How can I give this kick away now?
I just solved it.
When you're on the left, you're always facing forward. When you're on the right, you always have your back facing. That's the Tekken method. That's the EX method, right? Then there's games like Injustice and Virtua Fighter where you can just face either way. It just moves, just mirror depending on which side is leaning forward, right? And then there's the Street Fighter 4 system, which is you're always facing forward and everything just flips when you jump from one side to the other. Right, so Oro would literally, if he was in the game, he would literally just switch arms on which one was showing up by just jumping over to the other side. Yeah. Basically mimicking 2D games as much as possible, right? Things like the patch can move side to side. So if they had Tekken/EX'd him so that back was facing all the time actually, you would have to probably be forward, like if it's his right hand of doom.
Yeah.
He would always have to be back on the first player's side and then forward on the second player's side. That would have been the only way to fix it.
Well, they didn't. So I don't think that looks very good. And I feel like he looks weird. Like he's drawn with skinny legs, but like, man, he has really skinny legs, and it's like jarring looking within the context of the game. And his moves look basically like Doomsday to me from Injustice 1.
Oh,
like he has the shoulder tackle. He has the supernova, go up in there, land on him, move. His trait is basically Doomsday's, where you hit him and he just keeps moving, you know. So he looks very Doomsday-ish with gunshots, you know. And in Injustice, if you have gunshots, it doesn't mean you're a zoner.
Right, yeah.
Right, you know, there's a lot of characters who are not zoners that have projectiles, so he's probably not a zoner. But yeah, he looks like he gets command grabs, although are those gear or not, who knows. But yeah, he seems like a mostly up close brawler kind of guy. I just don't think he looks very good, and he looks like he plays like a character that I found very boring, Doomsday. You know, I spoke with White Boy at the Last Chance qualifiers, an Injustice player, and he plays Scarecrow now. He played Jason previously, and he played Doomsday and Injustice 1. His shtick is that he plays zoners. I'm sorry, he plays monsters.
Okay,
He plays monsters only.
Gotcha.
And he was telling me at Last Chance Qualifiers that if Hellboy looks cool, he'll play Hellboy. And he was really hoping that he plays like Doomsday. Mm-hmm. I think he plays like Doomsday, but I'm looking forward to seeing if he thinks that Hellboy looks cool. I don't know.
I don't know. I just didn't like the variety of his appearance. He just, like, the moveset looked so generic. And, I don't know Hellboy enough to know what you should do with him and everything like that. I've seen the movie, the original movie, Hellboy, and there's a scene where he, like, punches the car and the car just, like, flies up in the air. Like, I feel like he should be all about, like, single hit kind of things. Like, what would it be like if they just made an Injustice character without a strings? You know what I mean? Or something like that, where everything was just like, BOOM! And that was it. Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like that might have worked for him a little bit more.
See that?
But to have him still go kicks, why does he even have a kick? Like, he should not have... I don't know. Like,
I don't know, man.
Anyways.
That's what they do.
But, like I said, I'm so sad because the Atom was so cool.
Yes, the Atom still looks super cool.
Super cool. Like, I'd almost be like, okay, I'm going to second this character now.
He looks cool,
kind of
sure.
situation, so.
But there's the Hellboy. All right.
Yep. He just brawls. So, I did not get a chance to organize all this stuff here, but coming up in a couple weeks, it's so funny because, like, I keep feeling like, man, all right, I'm back from Canada Cup. I don't have to travel for a while.
Okay.
But that's not true because we're going to Red Bull Battlegrounds, I think.
Yeah.
So, Red Bull Battlegrounds is coming up very soon. In any case, spoilers. I think we're going there. So
we'll see. We haven't been announced yet.
Yeah, that's true. So, but there's actually going to be a lot of cool things going there. There's actually going to be a lot of nostalgia there. So there's going to be like Ultra Street Fighter 4, Third Strike, and Super Turbo there.
Oh yeah.
Not only that, and this is unfortunate because it was announced very late, like literally like 3 or 4 days ago. But for Super Turbo, Oto-chan and Aniken are coming.
Woo!
Oto-chan and Aniken, two of the greatest ST players of all time, are showing up. It's so funny too because like I was talking to some of the people and like the Japanese apparently were telling stories that like Aniken is just like he was on the Beast TV and he like they were asking like who's the greatest Super Turbo player of all time. He's like probably me. And then someone said that they could beat you like 60-40 or something like that. He was like what? And like he got like really upset about it. So sick. I can see that coming from Aniken actually. So
no, not Anakin. Aniken.
Yeah, Aniken. Aniken. Yeah. Yes. But apparently Aniken and Oto-chan are showing up over there, so I'm excited about that.
Very cool, I didn't know about that. I'm
very excited about that. And it sucks because it was announced super late, so I was talking to Damdai in Canada, and he was like, I'm probably not going to go. He's like, tickets are super expensive now. He's like, I didn't know he was going to show up until like 2 days ago.
Right.
So like a lot of people couldn't actually, so like otherwise that probably would have been another crazy Super Turbo gathering that everyone would have went to, you know what I mean? But like, so I don't know what they have planned for those kind of players and stuff like that, but they say they're going to have a game like... This is the official press release, by the way. A game-like venue. Capcom Pro Tour North American Finals at Red Bull Battlegrounds take place at the Castle in Boston on November 18th through 19th. The historical landmark is reminiscent of the Street Fighter V Union Station stage.
That's not even America, man.
Giving attendees the opportunity to feel like they are in the game. Hundreds of hopeful challengers from around the continent will gather at the two-day spectacle for a 512-player open bracket tournament and a chance at winning a spot at the grand finals on Sunday.
Okay.
So there you go. I guess there's going to be some virtual reality stuff, including the Street Fighter 2 bonus stage virtual reality experience. This was cool. Last year they had a really awesome art section.
Oh, that's right, they did.
So this year it sounds like they're going to do the same thing. And Mark Those will be creating a 5-piece mural showcasing the creative evolution of Street Fighter V characters since introduced from 1987. I don't know if he's one of the same guys that was there last year, but there were definitely two people who were painting murals on the spot, just like as the weekend was going, and it kept getting more and more complete. Yes.
Very
cool. It was very beautiful, too.
Very, very nice.
Yeah.
Cool, man. Yeah.
It's going to be free for spectators to attend. To compete, you have to pay. It'll be free for spectators, and so this should be... It was pretty cool last year. Red Bull really went all out last year, so I'm assuming this year is going to be pretty sick, too.
I would think. Yeah, they did a really good job. So, yeah. All right.
And just so people are clear on this, because everyone I talked to at Canada Cup had no idea how this worked.
Okay.
So... there's 31 spots in the Capcom Pro Tour because the 32nd spot goes to NuckleDude, technically, right? Because he's auto qualifies from last year.
There are 30, right? 30 people qualify via points.
No, 31 qualify via points.
Isn't there a last chance qualifier at Capcom?
Oh, you're right. Okay, so there's going to be 31 going. Yeah, there's 31 listed there, and then 32nd will be the last chance qualifier there. So a lot of people are like, wait, so doesn't this guy here qualify automatically? So shouldn't there be yes, technically speaking, but basically the only first place gets points here. So there's no points for anybody else. Okay. Only first place gets points. And only if he doesn't get into the top 31 does he take over a spot.
Okay, what if he's not in the top 31? Whose spot does he take?
He takes the 31st person spot, basically.
Oh.
Which is weird. So it's not that they've reserved a spot for him. They didn't reserve a spot for him because if he's already in the top, he doesn't open up a spot for somebody else. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. So it's not 31, it's 30 because Do. So if Do was not in the top 30 points, he would still qualify anyway. Right. Even if he was the worst player in the world.
Right.
And then there's the last chance qualifier. Mm-hmm. And then 30th place could get preempted by the North American Regionals final.
Right.
If they're not otherwise in the top 30. What about the other regional placers, like Europe and Japan?
So they already. Asia? So there's going to be a Latin one still.
And Latin,
that one hasn't happened yet, but the other two have happened, and the two people have qualified already in the top.
But if they were not, would there be 4 places that were taken up?
Yes.
So you have to be 26th or above to be certain that you're going to make it into Capcom Cup.
Yes, you're right.
Yeah.
To be absolutely positive. But because 2 of them are already cleared and NuckleDude is also already in there, now it's 30th or better because there's only 2 more last chance qualifiers that could preempt those spots. So
no, you have to be 28th.
29th or better.
29th or better.
Because NuckleDude's already in there.
But the North American and Latin qualifiers could still get in.
Right.
And they might be
30
randos.
And 31. In 30 and 31, and then the last chance qualifier will be 32. So you have to be 29 or above.
Yeah, because NuckleDude's in there in points. All right, fine. Yeah.
Isn't it great that it's so much more clear this year?
It's just, come on. It's not hard to do this. Anyway. Good luck to everybody in making Capcom Cup. All right.
Yep, okay. Let's see. What else do I have for event information? Oh, actually, there was also a. That's awesome. That was the Third Strike song, right?
No, that was CVS2.
Oh, that was CVS2. You're right. Okay. North America's first Pokken Tournament DX major final boss happened this past weekend as well, and 7th place was Thanks Swallet from Illinois with Sceptile, and STDX Alistair with Mewtwo and Suicune. 5th place was INC Roxo the Savage from New York with Garchomp and Caesar, and Twixie from North Carolina with Chandelure. 4th place Toasty from Texas with Lucario. 3rd place ELM JP with Suicune. 2nd place Slipping Bug from Texas with Pikachu Libre, Caesar, and Machamp. And 1st place was Rampage Azazel from Japan with Machamp. This is, so that was this weekend.
Let's go, Azazel. Woo! Machamp.